Hello, this is Patrick with New Jersey's Outdoor Adventures YouTube channel. Today I'm at the very first Northeast Van Life meetup, and I bumped into Drew. Now you guys probably remember Drew. Drew was in the Van Alley video we did in Brooklyn, New York, and he gave us a little bit of a tour of his Dodge camper van. Well, today he's going to give us a little bit more detailed tour. Hello and welcome to New Jersey Outdoor Adventures.
Awesome. This is my 1987 B350 Explorer, and we've done quite a few renovations since you got a little peek, so let's take a look at what's going on. So I've got my power system set up over here. We got your inverter remote, solar charge controller, 12-volt ports, and a battery monitor. All new kitchenette here. So new butcher block countertops, stainless steel Dometic cooktop, new black sink, brand new Dometic refrigerator down here. All new hardware in the cabinetry. Brand new, sorry, about your knee there, Patrick. Brand new Bosch electric water heater down below. And then you have a slimmer storage over here that you can do any sort of, tall, if you have a grill pan or a baking sheet or anything like that. That goes all the way back next to the fridge. But yeah, realistically, I live in here full time. I travel in it part time when I get the opportunity, cool events like this. But for the most part, I would love it, but it's just a little bit too short for me at 6'7". Standing room in here is about 6'3" and under. But yeah, it does have classic original air conditioning, still working great from back in the 80s. Blows cold air. This piece here, this is all new from the previous owner. Made this nice bench here. He was a nice older gentleman who thought his modernization for the van would be tweed. So that was his invention. And then after that, we put the battery storage in here when I got it. So it's got 400 amp hours of AGM battery underneath there, 2,000 watt inverter under there. That's hooked up to the 300 watts of solar that we have up on the roof. And then yeah, every window in here, you've got screens on, and pretty much everything opens. So all the large windows, you can open the screen, you can slide these. Up front, we have pretty much an all original interior. The seats have nice covers on them because the cushions have aged very well, but yeah, this is the one part that I wanted to kind of keep the original retro vibe of it all. And then overhead is just a bunch more storage. You'll see I have my dirty laundry in here right now. But yeah, that's a pretty deep cabinet and definitely holds a lot of stuff. And then so these guys are all just little inserts for every window in here, custom fit. So if it's too hot, these can kind of keep the sun off you a little bit better, help you maintain the temperature when you're using the air conditioner. And then of course these chairs are both on a swivel, so these guys both spin around. And I won't go through the trouble of digging this one out right now, but what's nice about it is if you turn this sideways, you have a guest bed right here where somebody can lay their feet down into that bed, and you can stretch out nice. I'm 6'7" and I can stretch my legs out in this little bed. Then further back, we have the bedroom. Before we get there, just big old storage closet. I keep all my tools and stuff in this one. And then this is a shower, fully functional with hot water. Right now it's a closet, but it is fully functional. Everything in it works. And then if you take a look at the light in there, all the lights in here have been fully replaced with brand new touch-sensitive dimmable LEDs. So you can control the temperature of the light by holding your finger on it, and it'll crank it up or down. And it also has a nice little blue nightlight mode on it as well. And one of the things I really love about this van is that this isn't a headliner, even though it looks like one. This is all fiberglass on the inside, just like the outside topper is. And it's 2 layers with really nice insulation in between, and it does a really good job of maintaining temperature when you're running your heater or you're running, your air conditioning. But yeah, for the winter, there are 3 different heater options in here. So the AC unit on top doubles as an electric heater. I've got a propane heater right here that's hooked up to 20-pound propane tank that lives in a sealed chest that you can access from outside of the van. And then there is a diesel heater underneath the bed here. Its hose is tucked away right now because it's in storage, but that's a little heater outlet there as well. So yeah, you really have a lot of options when you're trying to stay warm in the wintertime. And yeah, back to the bedroom. 12-volt television, so you don't have to run your inverter to use the TV. It's hooked up to a PS4, play video games all night long in the nice old school van. Cabinetry up above is just for storage of clothes. And then again, this one houses my PlayStation. And then back here I just have a couple of little 12-volt fans propped up in my window. Helps keep the air flowing through the back area a lot better. Over here's the control here for your diesel heater. So this is where you control that, and then you have 2 sets of cigarette lighter ports here for any 12-volt electronics you're trying to run. So yeah, living full-time in a van in New York City can definitely be hectic. You get a lot of noise, you get a lot of knocks, you get a lot of confused looks. But it's also really liberating to be able to be in a place like New York City and have the freedom to get out when you want to. The stress of that place can eat people a lot, and it's nice to be able to do so on a budget without having to pay exorbitant amount of money for an apartment that would wind up being the same size as this thing anyway. So right here, this is the old access for the hot water heater. Used to be a propane hot water heater in this vehicle. It wasn't functional, unfortunately, when I got it. So this is all sealed up now, but behind that is the new electric water heater from Bosch that works really well. Right here, this is an old vent for the refrigerator, so this still shows access to the back of the fridge. There's also plugs in here if you need to plug any outdoor electronics in, and all the plugs in the vehicle hook up to the inverter. So when the inverter's on, you can use any plug. Right here's going to be your propane access. So this is where you fill your tank, turn your tank off and on, all that. And yeah, original with the van. Still fully functional, powers at this point just the stove and one of your heating options. And because when you're just using it for cooking, the propane will last you months in here. And of course, gotta love the old school giant swing outdoor here. So underneath here, this is the fuel for that diesel heater. So this connects to the diesel heater right in front of it. And then we just have some bins for storage underneath the table. But this does convert into a table. Hard to see from this side, but there's a full piece of butcher block underneath there that comes up on a leg, so you can have a little couch section on each side of the van here. So here you got your water fills. So this is for pour or gravity fed water. And then this is the city connection. Both of these work perfectly with no leaks. I've got the access here for the electric. So right now it's plugged into this electrical cord that's going to my generator, but you can switch that to this plug right here, which is what connects everything to the inverter. And if you look at this one's actually sealed up on this side because you access it from inside of the bench indoors. But this is my generator. So this is a 3300 from Generac. Realistically, it was just something that could handle the load of a little bit older air conditioner that requires a little bit more power. But yeah, I love the generator, works great, comes in great in a pinch, especially when you're in the city. You don't really have to worry about the noise of a generator because it just kind of gets drowned out. Well, thanks for checking out the quick van tour. As I mentioned before, guys, I am a little bit too tall for this one, so I am going to be selling it. If you're interested in it, you can check it out on my Instagram. It's Reister Customs.
Thanks for giving us a quick tour today. It's always a pleasure to have you on the channel.
Always good to see you, Patrick.
I get to tour your new van when you get your new van.
Absolutely. We'll have that one up in a couple of months, hopefully.